Analysing trailer music is a great way to build our knowledge and understanding of trailer music production. As part of this ongoing trailer music breakdown series, I've chosen to analyse the trailer music to the Wednesday Season 1 trailer. We'll go through the trailer and break down the soundtrack act by act, looking at the music, orchestration and sound design. Have a look at the trailer yourself, link is in the description if you want to watch it in its entirety first before we get started. If you haven't watched my How to Write Trailer Music video, I'd recommend watching that, as this breakdown frequently refers to the techniques and terminology I discuss in that video. So the film genre is a blend of young adult horror and comedy. So we've already got an idea of what the sonic aesthetics might be like. The duration of the trailer and soundtrack is 1 minute 57. The music genre itself is hybrid orchestral mixed with edits of Edith Piaf's No Regrets. Something very trendy in trailer music at the moment, remixing popular songs with original compositions, or trailerizing songs altogether. Let's have a look at Act 1 now, and I'll have notes added on screen, so all you need to do is watch, listen and follow along.
Miss Adams, you've certainly had a very interesting educational journey. 8 schools in 5 years.
Hey, freak. This is a closed practice.
The only person who gets to torture my brother is me.
So Act 1 lasts about 23 seconds, which is a good duration for a first act. It should be kept short. A sonic palette and orchestration is made up of a drone pad filling up the low end. The signature sound of what sounds like a xylophone being struck and layered with some kind of mechanical noise plays single whole notes throughout this entire act at the beginning of every new measure. The slow ascending melody of this signature sound creates a sense of tension when harmonized against the sustaining drone. We have a couple of sub-hits come in along this act. As the act progresses, a gentle string tremolo is introduced, adding anticipation. Then a riser is added towards the end of the act to build up the tension further. Then it cuts to black. That's pretty much it for Act 1. The music is very slow and atmospheric and has a very gentle build in intensity. Something also worth noting though is the effective use, and what I consider another signature sound is the school bell at the beginning of the trailer, where it goes from a diegetic sound to a non-diegetic sound. It's a really cool way to draw us into the trailer. It's almost like it draws us into Wednesday's psyche and internal monologue. Okay, let's have a look at Act 2.
I did the world a favor. People like Dalton shouldn't be allowed to procreate. Getting expelled was just a bonus.
You will love Nevermore. It's a magical place where I met your mother. The son I love.
Finally, you will be among peers who understand you. Maybe you'll even make some friends.
Act 2 starts with the opening bars of Edith Piaf's classic No Regrets. The tempo of this track is what sets the pace and raises the intensity. It's slightly more upbeat than Act 1 and the music is busier. Whooshes and sub-hits are placed throughout this act as well. The riser comes in and builds in volume and pitch as the piranhas get closer to the polar players, building more intensity. Then the music cuts out. As a whoosh hit comes in to break the silence, the intensity is raised again as an orchestra wakes up and comes in to play the top line of No Regrets. Essentially a trailerized version of the song at this point. We also have a new sound come in with the orchestra though, which is brilliant. It's the sound of a theremin playing counterpoint to the orchestra. It sits right in the center of the mix, hiding in plain sight and blends in really well with the rest of the track. You actually have to listen actively to register it and separate it from the rest of the track. It's subtle but obvious at the same time. I love it because the theremin sound is a nod to the past, where old film scores often featured theremins to create a horror or creepy otherworldly sound. It really suits the visual aesthetic that Tim Burton and the crew have created for the Wednesday world. I also love the juxtaposition of the bizarre theremin sound playing counterpoint to this grand orchestra in full swing. I feel like it's symbolic of the Addams family living their bizarre, macabre lifestyle parallel to society's norms. As the top line plays, the intensity is built further with big trailer hits accenting the ones and twos of the top line along with the occasional triplets here and there. Then the music drops out to make way for more dialogue. Let's look at the final act.
Little did I know I'd be stepping into a nightmare. Full of mystery, mayhem, and murder. I think I'm going to love it here.
Okay, a percussion fill comes in to open Act 3, followed briefly by a brass swell, Edith Piaf's vocals, and a whoosh hit. Then the entire orchestra comes in playing a new melody, creating this push and pull of tension and release for most of this act. We also hear some whoosh hits and cymbal swells here and there, and of course the signature sound of the theremin. The percussion plays triplets throughout this entire act, changing the groove slightly by accenting different beats. Then finally, the percussion signals a final push by playing 2 whole notes, disrupting the flow while the orchestra resolves to a G and sustains it for a few bars. Finally, the percussion picks up again, playing triplets, this time accenting every beat and driving everything home. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're getting value out of these videos.